The ending of The Equalizer 3 gives a satisfying conclusion to the film series because it shows McCall finally finding peace and redemption.
It's a move.
Right there. Right there.
Throughout the film, McCall is haunted by his violent past. He is a skilled killer, but he knows that violence is not the answer. He tries to put his past behind him, but he's constantly drawn back to the world of violence. In the small town of Alamonte, McCall finds a sense of belonging. He's welcomed by the townspeople, and he begins to feel like he has finally found a place where he can fit in. He also finds a new purpose in life, protecting the townspeople from the mafia. In the final battle of the film, McCall defeats the mafia boss, Vincent, but he does not kill Vincent. Instead, he lets him go, knowing that Vincent will never be able to return to Alamonte. This act of mercy shows that McCall has finally learned to forgive himself and others. He's also learned that violence is not the only way to solve problems. The ending of The Equalizer 3 is also emotionally satisfying because it shows McCall finally finding peace. He's no longer haunted by his past, and he can start a new life in Alamonte. The film's emotional core is one of the greatest strengths. It shows that even the most violent people can find redemption and peace. But what if The Equalizer 3 ended with the story taking an enigmatic turn when McCall returns to his Boston home, receiving a cryptic phone call from a hacker? The film leaves the audience hanging in suspense, pondering what comes next. Will McCall confront his mysterious adversary? Will he ally with them or oppose them? Will their true identity and motives be unveiled? These lingering questions in The Equalizer 3 add to its intrigue and thrill, solidifying its status as one of 2023's most captivating films. Central to the film's enigma is the identity and agenda of the cyber hacker who orchestrated the theft of millions from the Camorra and hired McCall to recover the funds. Operating under the alias The Equalizer, this hacker exclusively communicates through encrypted messages and calls, never disclosing their face or whereabouts. While expressing admiration for McCall's skills, they offer a substantial reward for his services, all while cautioning him about the perilous adversaries involved. But one possible way that The Equalizer 4 could involve the mystery of the hacker in their storyline is by having McCall team up with another Equalizer, who is also a former CIA agent and a friend of McCall's. This Equalizer could be played by a famous actor, such as Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, who has starred in films like Tenet and Malcolm and Marie. The Equalizer could contact McCall and inform him that he's been tracking the hacker for a long time and that he's discovered their location and plan. The hacker is hiding on a remote island in the Pacific, where he has built a secret base and a powerful weapon that can cause a global blackout. The hacker intends to use this weapon to expose the corruption and injustice of the world's governments and corporations and to create a new world order based on his vision of equality. The Equalizer asks McCall to join him in stopping the hacker before it's too late, and then to prevent a catastrophe that could endanger millions of lives. McCall agrees, and the two Equalizers embark on a dangerous mission to infiltrate the hacker's island and confront him face to face. Along the way, they encounter various obstacles and enemies such as mercenaries, drones, traps, and puzzles. They also discover more clues about the hacker's identity and motive, which reveal a shocking connection to McCall's past. The film could end with an epic showdown between the two Equalizers and the hacker, where they have to use their skills, intelligence, and morality to outsmart and defeat each other. The film could also leave some room for a possible sequel or a spin-off, depending on the outcome of the final confrontation. The hacker's role in the film is crucial, as he or she sets the plot in motion and provides McCall with valuable information and resources throughout the mission. However, the hacker's true identity and agenda remain unknown until the end of the film, when McCall finally confronts him or her in person. The hacker turns out to be Emma Collins, a young woman who was kidnapped by the Camorra when she was a child and forced to work as a hacker for them. Emma reveals that she's been able to escape from the Camorra's clutches and decided to use her skills to expose and sabotage their criminal activities. She also reveals that she is McCall's long-lost daughter, whom he thought had died in a car accident years ago. The revelation of Emma's identity and relation to McCall is a shocking twist that adds emotional depth and complexity to the film. It also explains why Emma chose McCall as her partner and why she called herself the Equalizer, as she was inspired by his sense of justice and wanted to follow in his footsteps. Well, that being said, let's talk. Is Denzel Washington's Robert McCall retired? A big theme of the Equalizer 3 is the idea that people end up where they're supposed to be, and by the end of the third entry, McCall appears to have found where he belongs. The sequel presents a darker take on the character, who appears to be still reeling from the death of his best friend Susan during the second film and his betrayal of former colleagues. McCall is more sadistic and brutal in the way that he dispatches foes, and seems intent on inflicting pain first. However, he finds his humanity once again when the village takes him in and treats him with kindness. After killing Vincent, he heads back to Alamonte and is last seen beaming as he takes part in a village celebration. Having just gifted his black book to Collins, it appears McCall has truly given up the vigilante life. The Equalizer 3's ending gives no hint of a further sequel, and if it truly is a last installment, it's a nice note to leave the character on. However, it's important to note that McCall's strong commitment to the Equalizer 3 was significantly influenced by the impactful opening massacre scene. The opening of the threequel feels like something out of a slasher film, as a mob boss comes home to his vineyard and discovers the bodies of his men littering his home. His remaining henchmen confront McCall in a cellar, but of course the latter easily comes out on top and kills them all. Before this, McCall hints that the reason he's there is because they took something that didn't belong to them, and afterward, he's seen with a mystery backpack. It's only in the final scenes that he reveals to Collins what's inside. McCall explains that this mob stronghold also took part in cybercrime and that they stole the pension of a retired man in Boston. McCall gave this stranger a ride in a lift one time, a nod to his Equalizer 2 side gig, and he came to Italy with the sole intent of giving the man his $360,000 back. Collins doesn't understand why McCall would go to such lengths to help a total stranger, but when she later hands over the bag and watches the joy the recovered money brings to the man and his wife, she gets it. Thank you for watching this video on the Equalizer 4 and its potential storyline involving the hacker. The revelation about Emma Collins being the hacker and McCall's long-lost daughter is indeed a compelling twist that adds depth to the story. As for Denzel Washington's character, Robert McCall, it's clear that the character arc in the Equalizer 3 involves finding a sense of belonging and redemption. The ending of the film suggests that he may have given up the vigilante life, finding solace in helping others more positively. The impactful opening massacre scene sets the tone for McCall's motivation in the film, highlighting his commitment to righting wrongs and helping those in need, even strangers. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for updates on the Equalizer 4 and other exciting film discussions. Your support means a lot to us.